Okay. So let me just, I'm going to pull out another card. I want to see what that tower in the reverse position relates to. And then two decides to pop out. So, okay, so these are the two that the tower cards relate to, the hangman and the magician, which I am going to leave up here and we'll get back to those in a little bit. Okay, so, this is interesting because we have three pages here. And the only page we're missing is the Page of Wands. Alright, so let's talk about this tower situation first. And I feel that it's in the reverse position, so it's definitely a shakeup that you've had to contend with for quite some time. It could be a loss of a physical housing structure, like a foreclosed home. It could be like some type of elemental damage to the house as a result, and you have to move out and you're cast out in the cold. Okay, so there's definitely a lack in stability within your housing environment, and I feel very strongly that a lot of you had to contend with this issue in the past, and it's definitely, I feel that things will be repaired this month, mainly because we do have the power of manifestation here with the magician in the upright position. So those of you who are dealing with the situation in which you're going from home to home and looking for temporary shelter, in the most extreme case, or there's something wrong with your house that where it has to get like fumigated, or it's getting like a new paint job or something like that, where you temporarily have to live in like a motel room or something like that. I feel that is I'm probably downplaying this because there are many ways in which it could play out, but I do feel that you're not in a very comfortable situation right now. But I do feel with the magician card like this, because I pulled this out regarding this situation, it is within your power to fix. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. And at the same time, we have the hangman. So I feel like this is something that has happened in the past, is happening now, or is soon, very soon going to be resolved. And the decision is coming in. The time for action is definitely on the cards, especially for this month, in order for you to fix this issue once and for all, okay? So you're not waiting in suspension anymore. You're actually going to be able to take a proactive approach in this month. Okay. If it is not a physical dwelling environment that we're dealing with, I feel that a lot of you might have had a major relationship shakeup. So it could be somebody that you're dealing with in a romantic relationship, in a work partnership, as well as in any type of an interpersonal relationship. There was definitely a shakeup. And at the same time, I do feel that you are with this person through thick and thin. If it is happening to another person that you really care about, you definitely have to come to their aid, okay? I feel that the financial situation doesn't look that bad. So I do feel that if you have enough to give, you definitely should go help this person, because it seems as if you have a long history with them. And if the shoe were on the other foot, I feel that they would come to your rescue as well. So, it's important that you reciprocate. If it is not a financial situation, but rather some type of an emotional shakeup in this regard, I do feel that it can come from you or it can come from the other person, but I feel very strongly that someone did this. Someone else outside of yourself did this. And you thought you were able to heal from it, but it still makes you angry every now and then. And you're thinking about you're looking back at that situation and you feel like you should do something about it, but at the same time, you feel that they might be in a very bad emotional state right now. So you want to rush back in and you want to fix it and to like repair the relationship with them and to help them out, okay? If it is somebody that has betrayed you in the past and now they're facing emotional difficulties or even financial or any type of difficulties, and you're aware of this fact and you really want to go help them, I would definitely say like really assess your motives on this, because more than anything I feel that that person needs to learn their own lessons in life. They need to be less codependent. So you really have to question your own motives about why you want to go back and help that other person. Is it because you want to rekindle things? Is it because you want to feel needed? Or are you truly helping them out of your own, out of the goodness of your heart? Okay, it can go many ways depending on the Pisces, like the level of evolvement the Pisces viewer is. So, the important thing is you have to gauge your motives, okay? A lot of you, I feel though, this is your energy right here with the Page of Cups in the upright position, which is a good placement. What I do feel is the other person have contributed to this shakeup, and you're trying to heal from it, but it every now and then and again, like, it tugs at your heartstrings and you really want to offer your help, and you have like the purest intentions. You want to do it out of a sense of just kindness, all right? But the other person is taking advantage of your good deeds, so be very careful about this. And I keep seeing this for a lot of Pisces too, like within even in January. Protect your boundaries, okay? Protect your boundaries, set firm boundaries with other people, because I don't feel you're doing a very good job at that. All right, you have the best intentions and you have a very kind heart, as with other all water signs in general. But what I do sense is Scorpios and Cancers don't really have this issue, but I do sense it. Every single month I do a reading, I keep sensing it for Pisces. So really protect yourself, okay? There's nothing wrong with setting up boundaries, mainly because I know you have good intentions, but the people around you, they mistake your kindness and your loving heart, and they really take advantage of it. They see it as a weakness that they can exploit. And particularly if you're dealing with like an air sign that is a little bit older than you, or a or like an earth sign, or somebody, yeah, an earth sign that is about your same age. What I do sense is that the earth sign is a bit of a utilitarian. He or she does try to exploit people, and they don't feel there's anything wrong with that. And in general, that's very shameful. But he or she has a very like selfish outlook in life, and they're looking out for number one, and they don't really take other people's feelings and needs into account. So it's not that they go out and cheat and steal and destroy everything, but there are like very insidious types that they take what they can get. So if you keep offering like you do in this situation, they're always going to keep taking, and they don't think there's anything wrong with that because you keep giving. So you have to put a stop to that. So at the same time, you have a lot of love to give, but it's all about control, and it's all about how much of it you're willing to give out until you're depleted. Okay, so be a little mindful about how much you're willing to help the other person, mainly when the other person is unwilling to help themselves. It's not about capabilities here, because I feel like he or she has enough, but they are not very good at helping themselves. Well, they help themselves by mooching of other people, rather than really like pick themselves up by their own bootstraps, because they're just not used to functioning that way. Okay, so you give and give and give, so there has to be a stop to it. And this is telling me here with the Page of Swords, you are very bad at cutting people off who have used you and abuse you in the past. So there has to be a stop to it right now, and you have to be the conduit to make this happen. If you don't, other people around you will protect you, but if they do protect you, if they step in or intervene, it means you're not learning this lesson, and then it's going to happen again with a worse energy. Okay, so really learn to resurrect, a wall, like put a stop to these situation, and protect yourself a little bit from these moochers type of people. They serve no purpose in your life. Okay, this is an important lesson they have to learn on their own, and they have to learn the value of hard work and about being really appreciative of their own gains based on their own hard work rather than mooching off the people that have done the hard work and they're reaping the benefits without any contribution. So they have to learn that lesson, and it's important that they do before they get out into the or they are in the real world and they haven't learned this lesson yet. So really try to cut them off, okay? Because it is problematic and it is very it is not a good situation. It's not a good person for you to associate with. So, yeah, just stop. Just stop. I keep seeing boundary issues. So really maintain your boundaries, okay? One other thing I would say is this. You are you are you're caught in between the swords, okay? Sword energies are very good at protecting their boundaries. So we have the king here, which is somebody who in the reverse position. So he's too closed off, whereas the page of swords is trying unsuccessfully to resurrect their boundaries. Okay, so find a middle ground, find a middle ground, kind of like the knight of well, the knight queen of swords, like find a middle ground. The queen of swords is very good. She's like the gatekeeper. She puts up her own wall to defend herself against being hurt, but then she has her hand extended and she's able to let the good things into her life. Okay, so kind of like be a middle ground so that you can find a middle ground so that you can protect yourself and shelter yourself from people who are not good for you and from situations that are not conducive to your own, your emotional stability. All right, so please really work at that. I feel that yeah, I keep seeing this too, that the people around you, you're not discriminate enough. Okay, so putting up that wall would be, a very good initial screening process to let those moochers and especially the riffraff screen them out from your life, because they're going to bring you a lot of trouble in the coming months if you don't learn to do this in April. It has already happened in the past, and with this tower in the reverse position, you feel that they're going to change. They cycle back in and they haven't changed. So, be discriminate, please. Okay. And from the beginning of the week, I do see a situation in which you're looking back at the past. You're looking at somebody from your past that you've had a really extensive history with, and it makes it really difficult for you to walk away. So you're offering things to them again, okay? You're a little more discerning this time. You're offering, but I don't feel that they've learned their lesson adequately, mainly because you're coming back and you try and try, but the page is a very young, inexperienced type of energy. As a water sign, when you're trying to behave as a page of swords, you are basically out of your element, okay? Because this person is a little more conniving than you give them credit for, so they're able to suck you back in. They're able to bank on your love and affection and your trust and your faith in them, and it's a whole vicious cycle. So really try to get yourself out of it, okay? Another thing that I would say is this, for your work situation though, aside from that one troublesome relationship that keeps coming back in, the work front looks very promising, and we do have, I pulled out the hangman and the magician. So we do have the magician here, so things look very good on the work front. You're able to focus. So despite everything that is happening, you're able to focus on your work environment, and you're able to build to look at a bigger picture and to create a game plan for yourself on the work front, on the financial front as well. So finance and work are both very fruitful, and they have a lot of power of manifestation. So you're going to be okay in that regard. The only other thing that is very troubling is you have the Empress card, which deals with our own sense of worthiness, desirability, our own domain, and especially our own sense of empowerment, okay? Um She is in the reverse position here, and coupled with this card, I feel like financially you're fine, but we have this card coming out so early on, which is the Five of Pentacles, so it does indicate to me a like a massive, drastic, like a dip in self-esteem, okay? Because all these cards are telling me that these first two, it's your self-worth that you have to really deal with this month. It's going to be very troubling. And one of the things that I do advise is this is not going to apply for everybody, okay? But I do feel that a lot of Pisces, um, you might try to, okay, so there is a problem with self-esteem that needs to be addressed, and I think you're handling it the wrong way, and you're attracting the wrong type of people, and you're using your love, you're dumping your love, your affection, your resources to make people stay with you, people, especially very unhealthy people and very bad people, that are staying behind because they're benefiting from everything that you're giving them. So you feel as if, that you're not worthy in this situation. So as a result, you resort to handing out favors and things like that for the people to remain in your life. So if this is an ongoing issue, please try to assess your self-worth because you are not being realistic. You have a lot to offer, okay? So don't put things into perspective, okay? So if you keep giving, the other person is going to keep taking, and soon you're going to be completely depleted and you will have nothing left for yourself. And then vice versa, if you're in a position in which you are taking, then be careful about that too. Be careful about karma. Okay, so it is going to be a bit of a rough month, so I just want you to keep your head like I guess stay grounded, but I can't even say stay grounded because this is reversed. So I would say be discriminate, okay? Be very, very discriminate about these situations. The good news is though the Tower is in the reverse position, so I feel that it has already happened. Memories of it might be brought up again this month, but you're moving on to a much better place, okay? A place of a lot more stability and financial abundance, and at the same time, towards the end of this month, you're going to be able to feel empowered all over again. And I feel like empowerment and a boost in self-esteem is going to come by mainly on the job front, okay? On the relationship front, it is very important for you to establish very firm and clear boundaries with other people because you're just too nice and loving and caring, and people are taking advantage of it. For those of you who are dealing with an air sign too, the air sign is like in a romantic partnership. I feel that the air sign is very guarded, okay? So if you're looking to coax this person, it's going to happen. I feel that you're going to have a lot of success, but the air sign is not receptive to your message right now because they feel that you might be laying it on a little too thick, because air signs are very, very perceptive, okay? So if there is like insincerity, is going to come up. However, if you're in like an established relationship with an earth or an air sign, what I do sense is this: the relationship itself is going to require more work from you, and what I sense here is that if you're in a relationship with earth and air signs, what you've been doing in the past was mainly, like the lip service, okay? So in order to repair relationships or to, re-inject love and passion into that relationship, you have to show a little more, you have to show it through your actions rather than just through your words, because I do feel that in the past promises have been made by both parties, not just yourself, with both parties, and there are people reneging on their promises, on their own responsibilities, or the things that they promised never came to fruition. So it's going to require a lot of work for those stable, established relationships, and especially even marriages, okay? For those who are single and looking, go with an air sign. Go with an air sign rather than that earth sign. And I do feel that It is going to require a lot of courtship, though, and words do not. With this air sign, words don't mean anything, okay? Because they are very guarded. So you have to like put in the legwork as well if you want any type of moving in the right direction with this air sign. And with the earth sign, just forget about it because I don't feel they're a good person for you. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else that I've left out here. Okay, so I've talked about. Okay, so for those of you who are dealing with children, with the pages, I do feel that they are like childish. And for those of you with, like a lot of children in general, for those of you who might have a lot of children, who might be very, very fertile, I do feel fertility is going to be a big issue here. And the one thing that I would say is this, okay? As with everything in life, some people want big families, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a lot of children. But I do feel for this month, the way the energy is playing out, you have the Empress in the reverse, you have poverty, and you have like a lot of children. So I hope there is a strong enough correlation there for you to see the big picture. Okay, this could be you, this could be another person that you're dealing with, but I do feel that it's kind of like a partner wanting to have a lot of kids without the financial base to even have a stable home to provide for these kids. So be really careful about that, okay? For those of you who might already have kids, you might be facing like a big financial burden this month, and I feel for you, but really, really, seek help when you can so that you can properly raise these kids because they look very adorable. So I feel like money might be lacking in that regards for those of you who might have recently have been dealt a financial like blow, a separation, a divorce, and you're just like at your wits' ends about how to take care of the children in general, yourself and even the children. I do feel that a resolution is going to come in the end of this month, like possibly even the last week, and you're going to be in a better place. Okay, so hang in there, don't worry so much. All right, so I hope this has been helpful. So just be a little more cautious with people for this month. All right,